Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? Bam, bam, bam. Man, it's your boy K.O.D.S. and welcome back to another episode of the 49 Show. The 49 Show. The 49 Show. Man, I'm back, man. I was supposed to come back last weekend after the game, but I was in Cali. I didn't get a chance to make a video. That's my bad on me. I should have. The plan was to make one as soon as I touched down when I got back from Cali, but to be honest with you, my voice was shot. My voice been gone for the past 5 days. Like it really literally just took me till like Friday night, Saturday to actually get my voice back right. So you all could hear me clearly and everything. It was just wild. It was just a wild, crazy weekend last week. And we got the win. California was fun. It was great. Levi Stadium, just the view, the hills, everything. It was lovely. And we won the game. It wasn't one of the best games, but we won the game. And I was just so litty. It was just so crazy. I was so loud and third downs, and it was just crazy. So I lost my voice, but I'm back. And, you've probably already seen plenty of videos and heard all the things that went on with last Sunday's game. And we know it was quite a a sloppy game. So we pretty much know the history. We know what happened. The offense was sloppy. The defense pretty much saved them and kept them in the game. We already know 5 turnovers. It was ridiculous. It was not good. It almost looked like they were throwing the game. I really thought there was some point shaving or something going on. I had no idea. And I really didn't understand why we were playing that sloppy. We were having our way down the field every time. And then we just say, here, do you want this? We're not scoring it. We're not ready to. And we just give it back to them every single time. So very sloppy game. But we still won the game. And that says a lot. It speaks volumes for what the 49ers are this season, because how many times have we played bad and not lost the game? We always lose the game. And that's just how bad we've been. For us to play that bad, that sloppy, and still get the W, that says a lot about where this team could be headed this season. And that's what I'm here to speak with you about today, because not only did we play bad and still won the game, the defense was keeping us in the game, you got to give credit to the offense and Garoppolo, how they still kept their heads up and they just were still able to just keep it going. They were still able to just keep playing, just forget about the last drive, forget about the last turnover and just keep it moving. And they kept pushing the ball down the field. It just was another turnover after turnover. And that was bad. And we've got to clean that up. So I think that it was great that we got a bye week this week, week 4. First time in I can't remember how long the Niners actually got an early bye. I know there were a lot of fans complaining about it and didn't want it, but I was all for it to begin with, because I'm just like, maybe it's time for a change. And with the injuries that we're having, it seems like the best idea. Joe Staley gets another week to heal. He's still out another 5 to 6 weeks. He still has, that's another week that we don't have to miss him, not being in a game. We also got Witherspoon, who's going to be out for at least a month. I'm sure you all know about that. That happened last Sunday at the game against the Steelers. And he has a issue with his foot. And they say at least a month. So we don't know if it'll go past it or not. But this is 1 week that he can, get a little bit healthier. And we're not missing him in the game, because Lord knows Jason Verrett came in and he was trash. He was terrible. And I'm hoping that is only because he have not played, no preseason, no regular season until now. He just jumped in. He was active for the first time. And he just so happened to have to go out there and play. Now, we need to be prepared for things like this, because it's next man up at any given play on any given Sunday. He was not ready. The first play they went deep at him, he was beat. He held, tripped the guy up, flag. Robert Saleh should have gave him help right after that play. We know that. That was dumb on Saleh's part. I've been calling for his job for a while now, but he's starting to look better because he's got some talent now. But that was That's one of his coaching woes, in my opinion. You still came out on the very next play and let him play in single coverage, and they went right back at him on the very next play. Mason Rudolph went deep, and it was a touchdown, which I called while I was sitting in the stand, like he's going to go get him again, and he did, and it was stupid on our behalf to allow that to happen. Now, he got pulled eventually, and we saw Mosley out there, and Mosley did okay. Mosley may get the start next Monday night against Cleveland. I'm not sure. Who do you guys think should be the starter? Mosley, give Verrett another chance, let them rotate snaps, just get them back in the rhythm, because maybe that's all it is. Maybe he's still hurt. Maybe that Achilles is not. Remember, Sherm was not himself last year either. I don't think he has any screws or anything in his heel like Sherman did all of last season, but it still doesn't mean he's 100%. He looked very slow. He got beat terribly. So I don't know what to say about him right now. I was looking forward to seeing him, but it didn't go the way we thought. And in a couple of plays, it was just bad. So, but what I want to say is that Spoon has another week to heal, though. That's the good thing. Along with Staley, along with Coleman, Hurd, Trent Taylor, guys that we have with injuries. And the good news about this bye is that, Shanahan has said that Tevin Coleman and Jalen Hurd should be back after the bye. And Justin School also has another week to prepare or, be better, hopefully. He didn't do so bad last week. It wasn't bad. I made a mistake last time I made a video after the Bengals win. I made a video speaking bad on Justin School, and what I meant to do was come back in the middle of the week and let it be known that I got the wrong guy. It was actually another one of those tackles that we cut that was terrible. Not School. School was fine. He may be fine. There's really not much else we can do. Shanahan has already said there's not a lot of options out there. So, he's got a bad relationship with the Redskins organization, so I don't think he even considered giving a call to Snyder and the Redskins for Trent Williams, to play tackle. And they really do think Staley can come back, so that's why they hadn't made a move. And I understand that. I just personally don't think he's going to be back. I hope he does, but at his size and everything, and his age, a broken fibula, I'm just not sure. But look, School may be the guy. He may hold it down, and we may be fine. I mean, he didn't look bad, and I hope that he gets better. So with this bye week, we've got time to do more things, and we've got time to get more players to heal. And Tevin Coleman and Jalen Hurd are expected back after the bye. And I'm really, really excited about this because I think Jalen Hurd is going to be our guy. He could be the one who we're looking for to take over and say, this is my offense. I'm the number one receiver. Get me the ball when it's time to make a play. And I have been very critical. I was very critical during the offseason, right before the season started, with the receiving picks that Shanahan made. Deebo Samuel, I wasn't crazy about. Jalen Hurd, I didn't really know about. But as time went on, they begin to grow on me. And I really didn't have any other choice because they play for my team now. But with that being said, I wasn't so crazy about the picks because I just felt like these are slot guys. Jalen Hurd is a big slot. Deebo is a slot. Yeah, he does line up outside as well at times, but he's still more of a slot to me. And we already got Trent Taylor at slot, even though he's not playing right now. We've already got Dante Pettis, who I think is much better inside lined up than he is outside. He has some wiggle to his route running when he is inside. He can wiggle and fake you in and go out to the sideline and get a good pass, play, juke you and maybe get some more yak. But outside is where he struggles. And I know the plan is to probably have him outside with Goodwin, but he's just not as good out there. He hadn't made impact because he's lined up outside. But there was a few plays where he did line up inside on the Steeler game, and he looked fine. So I just felt that we had too many damn slot receivers. That was my issue because I honestly think Pettis is better in the slot. Trent Taylor is definitely in the slot. Deebo is better in the slot. And Jalen Hurd is a big slot. So it's like, why do we have all these receivers that play the damn slot? He's moving them people around, though. He's rotating. There's no such thing really as a starter. I guess Pettis and Goodwin is the starter, but, I'm not going to get on that right now. What I'm just trying to say is that these guys have grew on me, and even though I didn't get a lot of film to watch Jalen Hurd, the Cowboy game, I believe it was, though, he was good. 2 touchdowns, a fade route that I was surprised Shanahan even called, and he just turned around and snatched it out of the air, got the touchdown. That was the second one. The first touchdown, he caught it. He just put his head down, wham, and bulleted his way in the end zone. I think he could be the guy and the big body receiver to help us out in the red zone and make plays, because we still are so-so in the red zone, but we've been running the ball a lot more. And that tells me he doesn't have trust in his receivers to throw the ball, or he doesn't have trust in the receivers to get separation down there, and or Jimmy Garoppolo not messing up, making mistakes. So Hurd, I think, is the guy. When he comes back, I'm very, very, very interested in seeing what he's going to do on Monday night against the Cleveland Browns. So Hurd should be back. Tevin Coleman should be back. No word on Trent Taylor yet. They put him on IR so they could sign Sam Young, another offensive tackle, last week after a few weeks ago after the injury to Staley or whatever. So, look, the running back situation, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, like, what are we going to do? Jeff Wilson is our guy in the red zone. He runs harder. He puts his head down, and he can get us in the end zone. The man gets like 4 or 5 carries, and 2 or 3 of them are touchdowns. He has been doing good, and we brought him out the practice squad for this. So he's the third back, though, as of right now. And you got Mostert, who's been balling, except he just fumbles the ball too much. Some friends of mine told me in the past that he's good, but he will fumble that football. And I'm like, I'm not really sure if I have noticed him fumble a lot. Before he broke his arm last season against the Giants on a Monday night game, he was balling. Then he broke his arm, and I felt terribly for him because he was balling. And he's been balling now. But he fumbled the ball too much. He fumbled off a toss. He fumbled when he got hit, put the helmet on the ball. He's got to be better at that. But he has gotten his opportunities, and he made the most of them. But Shanahan couldn't be happy with all the turnovers. But Mostert still can run. Jeff Wilson, we know Breeder's our number 1 back. I've been saying this for the longest. When everybody was hyping up about McKinnon and then we got Tevin Coleman, I still think Breeder is the number 1 back. The same thing happens every year with Matt Breida. Somebody gets hurt who you think is number 1, and then I come in and I'll show you I'm number 1. That's all Breida has done. All he does is win, no matter what. 4.9 yards a carry. He's getting 13, 14 carries a game, still 60 to 80 yards. That's almost 5 yards a carry. Last year he did the same thing. I mean, it's just ridiculous how good that dude runs the ball. He had a fumble as well. Ball hit his chest. Still a guy comes up, gets the pick. So we got to clean that up, and that's what this bye week should be for. Hey, let's watch this film. What did you do? Clean this up, clean that up. The discipline has to be there. Shanahan needs to get on these players' asses so they can know. Because now we're going into the second quarter of the season. First quarter is over with. We played 3 out of the 4 weeks. Bye. Now it's time to get back to the business. And we need to be very, very, very more prepared. We need to be very more prepared. The penalties got to cut down, and it needs to be more disciplined. This is the reason why I wanted Shanahan to hire an OC so he could focus on coaching the game. Shanahan said he watches Belichick. He watches Patriots film on Mondays a lot. I don't know if he's watching offense or defense. I'm not sure, but he's watching the Patriots film. Okay, cool. Whatever works. It's fine. You're watching champions. I understand. I just want him to really, really get a grasp of the team and let them know that we are playing good, but we can be better. Nobody's giving us respect for beating Tampa Bay. Nobody's giving us respect for beating Cincinnati. And nobody's giving us respect for beating a Pittsburgh Steelers team without their franchise quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, or Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown. And we barely beat them. So we're not getting the respect this pretender contender stuff, we're still being called the pretenders by most of these NFL analysts. And I understand, that's fine. I don't like for my team to be the topic of discussion, because whenever that happens, we just fall apart. So I'm glad that we're sneaking up on people, and I'm glad that people don't think that we're still the real deal. That's fine. Well, I'm going to show you, real deal or not, what I think is going to happen. I predicted us to be 11-5. Now, keep in mind, Coleman comes back, Herb comes back after the bye. And that is somebody who needs to get some chemistry with Garoppolo, true enough. But this is one guy that I think that he probably could just throw it up there and he could get these balls, 50-50 balls, and take some of the pressure off of George Kittle, trying to make all the plays by himself. Debo had a big play last week, deep, but he dropped it. I didn't like that. But he did look good getting down there and getting open to try to make a play. He just got to hold on to that. We need to see more of that. So real quickly, though, the 49ers being disrespected by a lot of teams, the 49ers and the Bills, every now and then they'll say, oh, yeah, they're 3-0, but now the Bills has got a good defense, and they're getting recognized for their defense, and they're even it's even said that they could give the Patriots an upset today at home in Buffalo. Okay, fine. The 49ers are 3-0. The defense is much better and it's keeping us in games when the offense has still been suspect, still been a little rusty. Quarterback still hadn't gave us a clean game that we want. Not yet. Now, I can't say the interception to Breida was on Garoppolo, but the one to Pettis, he kind of led him a little too far. Yeah, Pettis got his hands on it, but I'm not sure if he could really grab that and catch that. So it was tipped and it was picked off. We ain't got a clean game from Garoppolo yet, though. So the defense is saving our asses, and we're playing better. But we're still getting no credit for that. But that's okay. I'm going to tell you when we're going to start getting some credit. All right? Check this out. We come back next week, as you know, and we have the Cleveland Browns on Monday night. Now, I said we're going 11-5. Okay? Peep that. I may be wrong here. We may not go 11-5. We come back and we play the Browns. In my opinion, that's 4-0. After that, we got a Sunday afternoon game against the Rams at the Coliseum in L.A. Now, that game was about to get flexed to a Sunday night game, I'm hearing. So that could be 2 primetime games in a row for the 49ers. Also, now you want to flex us in. You weren't flexing us out. Okay? So, moving on past that, you got the Redskins. I will say that we will lose to the Rams in L.A. I'm not sure if we really will, but I'm just going to say we'll lose to the Rams in L.A. All right? So I think we're beating Cleveland. That's 4-0. I think we're losing to the Rams. Maybe. That's 4-1. But then we go to Washington. We play the Redskins. That's 5-1. We come back home and play Carolina. That's 6-1. And we don't even know if it'll be a Cam Newton Panthers or the Kyle Allen dude, whatever his name is. Either way it goes, in my opinion, that's 6-1 against Carolina. Then we go to Arizona on a Thursday night and we play the Cardinals. That's 7-1. We go to Arizona and play the Cardinals. That's 7-1. We go home to play Seattle on a Monday night. There's 2 more back-to-back primetime games from a Thursday night to a Monday night. That's a hell of a layover there. That's like 11 days. After whooping on the Cardinals in Arizona, then we go home and we get ready for the Seahawks on a Monday night, from Thursday to a Monday night. That's a hell of a rest. That's a hell of a layover. That's almost like another bye. That's good. Okay, so what do we got here? I went Cleveland, 4-0, Rams, 4-1, Redskins, 5-1, Panthers, 6-1, Cardinals, 7-1, Seahawks on a Monday night at home, 8-1. Yes, we're beating the Seahawks this year, 8-1. Cardinals, after that again at home. We play the Cardinals twice in 2 weeks. November 17th, a 3 o'clock game against the Cardinals, 9-1. Man, get up out of here. I said 11-5, but I'm not sure if it's going to be 11-5. We could be 9-1 by the end of by middle of November. November 17th against the Cardinals. We sweep the Cardinals, in my opinion. That is 9-1. Seriously, we really can't do this. The Rams is the only game that I see us losing, and I am not sure if we won't win that game. So we could possibly be 10-1, but I'm trying to be realistic here and say the Rams will get us, although Gurley's not the same Gurley. Goff hadn't seen a pass rush like ours yet this season. Well, the Saints are good defensively as well. I hadn't watched the Saints enough to know if they're better than us this year or not, but I do know they're a good defense, and they played them at home as well. But, if we do lose that game, I'm telling you guys, look, that's still, I actually see 9-1. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't see another loss. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-1. No matter how many times I look at it, I see the same thing. And that's by November 17th. So if we're 9-1, we can actually afford to have a rough December, even though I hope we don't. But I know we have New Orleans, Baltimore, and Green Bay, I believe, in December. I think on that 3-game stretch, I actually have us losing all 3 of those games, if I'm not mistaken. That's where my losses started to come in. And I think I have us losing to Green Bay, Baltimore, and New Orleans, or I have us just losing to New Orleans and Baltimore. I'm not really sure. I'm not looking at those games right now. I don't know why they're not all in front of me. But even if we were to go on that 3-game stretch and lose, if we complete this like I think at 9-1, we go into December and we still could be looking at 10-4, toward the end of the season. So 11-5 is still in the ropes for me, but man, we honestly could be 12-4, 13-3, the way this is looking. I'm just saying. It's the way it's looking. And we probably will go in New Orleans and beat them. I can't wait for that game because I will be there as well. But if Drew Brees is back, which I would like to see him back because I want us to see us play a Hall of Fame quarterback. But that's the only way we're going to start getting our respect. It's the only way we're going to get props for what we're doing. But I'm ready to see it. And I think that, honestly, I just wanted to let you guys know that my 11-5 prediction could be wrong because we may actually win 12 or 13 fucking games. And that is good. So if I'm wrong, I would love to be wrong as long as it's a higher number than what I said. I would love that. So, again, so quick wrap up. 49ers are 3-0. Yes, yes, yes. Beat the Steelers. They're 0-3. Yes, yes, yes. It doesn't get any better than that. And then we got to buy, and we need it because players need to get a little bit more healthier. We will see who will be playing in Spoon's spot for week 5, Monday night against Cleveland. I'll be giving you videos through the week to try to, as soon as I get any updates on what they're saying, because it's very, 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 very important that we can, solidify that spot until Spoon comes back. But Verrett was so bad. We were prepared for this because we thought Verrett was going to be that guy and eventually take the spot or start off with the spot until he had a setback or whatever. But, man, Verrett was so bad he made Witherspoon look like Dion. That's how bad Verrett was in that little time that he was out there. But I don't want to bash him too bad because that was his first game back. Maybe he comes back and he has a good game and, who knows? Maybe he shuts down his side and they have to start throwing on Sherm's side or just over the slot in the middle, and maybe he gets a pick. Who knows? But they may go with Mosley to start this game. We know you got Mosley, you got Verrett, and Jimmy Ward is also another option. He hadn't been active yet, but with him having another week off with the broken finger or whatever, he may be able to, suit up. And he may suit up sometimes playing that position, outside corner, even though I don't really care for him out there, but I don't really care for Jimmy Ward at all, a.k.a. Mr. Glass. But we'll see how it goes. It's the 49ers, 3-0. Next week against Cleveland, we win. I think we go on a major, huge stretch. My whole thing is that we've been winning these games and we still hadn't looked good yet offensively. I think that all will come together Coleman gets back, Hurd gets back. I got to find out more information on Trent Taylor, if he's playing at all this season, or, I'm sure he's on the designated to return, but he is on IR right now. I really wanted to see him because I thought him and Garoppolo were really going to get it going, get it clicking. He was having a good training camp until all of a sudden, bam, the injury with the foot. So that was very weird and strange that we didn't. He just kind of caught us out the blue. But Garoppolo, hey, look, you got to get a rapport with other players. These are the guys that are here, and this is what you got. I look to see Debo with more snaps. I look to see Hurd on the field, and I look to see these guys take Pettis' spot if he doesn't step up. Now, yeah, Pettis did have a game-winning touchdown, had a few catches going toward there, but still just 4 catches, not really enough for me. He did make the catch because it wasn't a very smart throw by Garoppolo, but he stuck it in there, and he went and got it and went back in the end zone. Thank you, because that won us the game. I appreciate it. But I need him to just ball out and play harder because these guys are going to take a spot. Debo and Hurd, the draft picks, if they get better, if they start looking better, they're taking Pettis' spot. Because, and Goodwin, the chemistry between him and Goodwin seems to be fading away. I don't understand. I don't know if it's the quarterback or if it's I don't know. I just don't know what's going on, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll just stay tuned. But I'm telling you, I think we're going on a long stretch here. We're 3-0. If we do lose to the Rams on that Sunday, which I think is going to be a Sunday night game now, after the Cleveland game, it's another long stretch. I'm telling you, I think we're going at least 9-1 by the November 17th game against the Cardinals. So that's it for me. K.O.D.S, the 4-9 show. I'll be back to get you updates on the players, Spoon's condition, who's going to take over Spoon's spot. One more last quick thing. Tavarius Moore. I'm not sure about Tavarius Moore at free safety. I bragged about him the first 2 weeks. A few things that he did against the Steelers to kind of piss me off, like his range. He's taking the wrong range, angles. There was a play that Juju Smith-Schuster ran on the touchdown, and he just took the wrong angle. He's the last guy of defense back there. You don't come all the way in and make him go sideline. You cut that off so he has nowhere to go but out of bounds, and he gave him the sideline by taking the wrong angle, just over pursuing, and he's got to stop that. He's done it a few times. He's coming in so hard, so fast at the wrong angle. He's getting crossed over like we're on a basketball court. You can't be getting crossed over on the football field. All right. So he's got him on skates, and this is not the way it's supposed to be done. He's not getting burned in coverage, but I'm not liking him coming up trying to clean up at times. You got to do that better. Okay. So still work to be done with the secondary, but the pressure is making the secondary still look better than what it's been. And kudos to the D-line for doing that. Buckner, Ronald Blair has been balling out. Armstead has been doing his thing. Nick Bosa. I was very critical about Bosa. And yes, some of it was biased. Some of it was football. Yes, I still think or thought that Josh Allen was going to be the better pass rusher. As of right now, through the first 3 games, Josh Allen is at like 26% in pass rush percentage, whatever the hell that means, and Bosa is 36%. He's number one. He's the number 1 pass rusher as of right now, they're saying. And they're not just going by sacks, they're going by pressures and all those things. And so that's good. I'm fine with that because he plays on my team. A lot of it, like I said, some of it was football, him just looking stiff, him good with his hands, but not as quick. And the competition that he went up against in the Big Ten, in college. But he's been doing good. And shout outs to him and D Ford. He's got another week to get healthy. Forgot to speak on him. He's got this knee thing. I'm beginning to believe. I'm beginning to wonder. I'm beginning to understand now why the Chiefs said, "Hey, you're gonna give us a 2nd-round pick for him? Yeah, you can have him." When it was time to pay him, they let him walk and they got a 2nd-round pick for him. He had injuries in KC before the 2018 season where he just snapped and had all the sacks and the strip fumbles and all that stuff because he played the full season and it was contract time. But those previous years before that, he was dealing with a bad back and some other things. Now we're dealing with the knee. He said he's dealt with it for a while, but it's never gotten so bad to where he can't play. So he's taking this week for week, and it's like, by the time the playoffs get here, are these guys going to be crippled? Maybe should they be taking some time off now to be ready for then, or what? But they're just taking it one Sunday at a time, and his knees or his knee is not doing so good, even after he had an injection and all of that during training camp. Bosa says his ankle will be fine after this bye week. It'll be behind him. We'll see. That's good, because we don't want these injuries to just linger on all through the season, because then when we need them at the big time, December, January playoffs, because if we keep playing like this, we're going to be in the playoffs. Let's be real. We're going to need these guys at 100%. So, I'm always going to say and admit when I'm wrong, and it looks like I was wrong about Bosa, but I probably wouldn't have been so hard on him if it wasn't for the Black Panther tweets and the posts about Kaepernick and all that crap right there. So I was being a little biased, I'm not going to lie. And I try not to be that way. But I did love Josh Allen. And Josh Allen plays on a very good team, though, in Jacksonville. He doesn't get a lot of snaps, but when he's out there, I ain't got to see him that much this year. That's why today I want to actually just relax, take this bye week and just watch everybody so I can, and that's what I normally like to do. But I still like Josh Allen. And yes, I did want Josh Allen. But Nick Bosa, if you're going to be playing like this, and if you're going to keep balling like this, and if you're everything that they say you were, and it's looking like you are, because you're getting so close to getting the sacks, and you're pushing everybody back up the middle in the Buckner, as if we all said, that you and Ford would do. And he's doing it. He's doing it. I never really doubted his play as much as me just feeling like, are you just a name? Are you arrogant? Are you going to hold out? Are you going to not live up to the hype? Are you, are you just a racist? But forget all of that. We all knew that if he balled out for us, we were going to say, hey, yay. So, kudos to Bosa for being right now the number one pass rusher in the NFL for right now. Hopes that keeps going. We're going to play better quarterbacks, and that's fine, but that's why we're going to need those guys to do what they do. All right, so that's it for me. But for the 4-9 show, we got some players, man, that we need to get back, and we don't need anybody else to go down, to be honest with you. But Staley is the biggest one. We'll see how School does, Justin School. We hope that he can make it, because we don't really have anything else. Really not a lot of other options out there. But I'm ready to see Jalen Hurd. Remember I said this, I think Jalen Hurd could turn into our number one receiver. I know you all think it's Pettis and you want it to be Pettis, but I'm not sure if it's going to be. Not lined up outside, it's not. We've got a bunch of slot receivers, and this is why I was like, why did we get these guys? Because they're all, in my opinion, better working inside. But the scheme is good. He's scheming people open, and Shanahan is making it do what he do, and he's running that ball, and I like it, and I love it. We've got 3 running backs. When Tevin Coleman comes back Monday night, we've got 4 running backs. They're probably going to push one of them back to the practice squad, and I'm pretty sure that'll be Jeff Wilson, because Mostert is a special team ace, so he's probably not going anywhere. But let me know what you think about, what I've talked about. Do you believe that we're really going to be 9-1 by November 17th? I do. I think we're going on a long stretch here, man. I really do. And then we'll take it from there. But it's going to be a good Thanksgiving. It's going to be a happy Thanksgiving, I believe. We're going to be sitting around talking about who's better than this. And so far, at that time, it's probably only going to be the Rams. I think we sweep Seattle this year, too. I really do. I think we beat them in Seattle, too. But the first game on a Monday night at home, I think we got that in the bag. Seattle's not that good. Arizona sucks. We know that. I don't like the coach, Cliff Kingsbury. I thought he was overrated. Don't even know why he got a job. Kyler Murray. A lot of that's just Lincoln Riley making these guys look good in Oklahoma. So I'm not really worried about the Cardinals at all. We sweep them. I think we sweep the Seahawks, and we split with the Rams. That sounds like 11 or 12 wins to me. We're running through the AFC North right now. Baltimore is the only team that I think could get us, because we've already got the Bengals and the Steelers, and we're going to get the Browns. So, hey, it's going to be a good season. This is going to be that 2011 feeling where we just snuck up on everybody and fucked around and got a first-round bye and came real close to still getting to the Super Bowl when nobody even expected us to be in the postseason. That's what I feel like this season is going to be. That's what I feel like it's going to be. And if you went to Vegas or went to any casino and tried to bet Where Vegas said that we're at 8 wins, you're taking the over or the under. If you took the over, you're a smart motherfucker. And you're going to make you some money. That's it for me. I'm going to get ready to watch some football, man. But as soon as I find out anything about anybody, as far as Tevin Coleman, Jalen Hurd, Witherspoon, his injury, Justin School, Joe Staley, just whatever it is, I'll keep you posted, man. But we're not making any more transactions. I mean, we're not making any more sign. We're not signing anybody else. It doesn't seem like we're not bringing anybody else in unless somebody else gets hurt. The Jalen Ramsey thing is dead. If we called or if we didn't call, I'm not sure, but they're not interested. So it's Mosley, Verrett, or Jimmy Ward. Next man up, time to step up. Who do you think is going to be? Do you think Witherspoon will still be like he was the first 3 weeks when he comes back? That's going to be very interesting to see. I hope this doesn't hurt us. I really don't think it will, though, because the pass rush is going to be fine. I think we'll just keep 2 safeties back. We'll play it safe, keep everything in front of us, and I think it'll be okay. Pass rush will be fine. We're going to kill Baker Mayfield on Monday night, too. But I'll discuss that and break that game down as we get closer to that Monday night game. But the Browns' offensive line is not that good. They gave up offensive linemen for some of the talent that they brought in, like OBJ. So you got the talent, but you're running for your life. Baker Mayfield is going to get the dog shit beat out of him on Monday night. Remember, I said it. You heard it here first. We're going to beat these. We're going to beat those guys. I know they got talent, but they're not all that good because of the line. And the defense has been playing good. That's what's been keeping them in games. But I think we'll run the ball. Play action starts kicking in. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. When the turnovers start coming, that's when the wins start coming in. All right? It's been a pleasure. Hope y'all enjoyed the 4-9 show with K.O.D.S. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I will be back. Thank you for watching. 3-0. Gonna be 4-0. Why?